There we go. Technical difficulty, whatever you want to call it. Somehow my mic got muted. Welcome to Look Around Florida. I'm your host, Sean McFall, aka the Florida Man. I'm glad y'all could be here. I am trying something new. Uh, uh, Update came out for StreamYard. So I'm going to try it throughout the show to see how it goes. Where your comments that you make during the show will be featured on the show automatically. So, just like Miss Hudson just said, hi from the JJ Dickerson camp. It's up on the screen. So I'm testing that out. See how it goes. Let me know your feedback if you like it or not. Uh, so let me get this out of the way. This way it keeps me and my guest Bob Highball out of the doghouse. We will be talking tonight about uh, Council AOT Councilman Roy Hudson's in the show. Welcome, brother. Hey, Victor. So disclaimers out. Yeah, most of you know me. If you say squirrel, I look the other way. We got the Florida Division SCV and OCR reunion is this weekend. I hope you're ready. I'm looking forward to seeing all you there this weekend. I'll be coming in Friday sometime. I had it. Yep, there we go. We do have this event coming up June 19th through the 22nd. It's the 28th annual SCVMC Sons of Confederate Veterans Mechanized Cavalry annual in Traverse, Florida. If you need this, please DM me. Please get your registration in for this event. Lieutenant Ronnie Nichols and Captain King need your registration so they can order T-shirts and start planning everything out. All right, we got Victor, we got Al from Tennessee Division. Welcome, buddy. Mark Bass and Ryan Rogers. Welcome. As you can tell, I'm trying something new. So, update from my camp. Lieutenant Boggett's camp in Naples, Florida, will be participating in the 4th of July parade in Everglades City. So if you want to come walk with us, hang out with us, it is the June the 28th at 10 a.m. We're going to be getting there about 9:30 to help set up the cannon and get ready to walk in the 4th of July parade. So if you want to come out and hang out with the Florida Man and the rest of the Lieutenant Boggess camp in Naples, Florida, we will be at that parade on the 28th. I know various other camps got stuff going on for 4th of July events. If you have a flyer on your 4th of July event or what your camp is doing for the 4th of July, please let me know. That way I can feature it on the show for you guys. That is open to SCV and OCR and UDC. So, exactly. Uh, Two members of my camp will be there to start the facilities off in Everglades City for their 4th of July celebration with a boom boom. That's right, Mark. So, please give a warm welcome to Bob Highball. His camp is putting on the division reunion this Saturday, this weekend. Hey, Bob, how you doing this evening?
Good. How are you? How's everybody doing?
Wow, another member from the Tennessee division. Welcome, Derek. We've gone national.
Wow. Great.
right. So, Bob, what kind of updates you got for us for the reunion this weekend?
All righty. Well, let's see. Let's start the reunion Friday night. Friday, for all of you that are coming into town to spend the weekend with us on Friday at the Hilton Ocala, which is the host hotel, at 7 o'clock, we will be having a reception. And the reception is in the restaurant. It's called Arthur's. It's on the main floor, right adjacent to the bar. Lucky us. We rented that room, and we will have food. It's not a sit-down dinner type thing, but we're going to have finger foods and meats and cheeses and fruits and all that stuff for a social hour that's going to go till about 9:30. So please come and join us there. There was worry because we thought about at the beginning we were going to have a whiskey and cigar kind of thing, and so the ladies were kind of turned off by that. So we changed it. Well, we changed it by necessity and out of location needs to have it there at the Hilton, and we will have some cigars. Of course, outside of the restaurant, there's an area there, a little lounge area we could be at if anybody wanted to partake in a cigar or two. The reception will have, like I said, the food, and then we'll also have our own bartender. So if you don't want to go out to the main bar in the hotel and talk to anybody or run into anybody there, you can just hang out with all of us. We are not selling tickets to this event. However, we will take donations. We didn't want to sell tickets because we know people are going to come and go at different times, and some won't show up till later, some will get there earlier, and we were worried about people buying tickets and not being able to go to that. So it's a reception that we're hosting, and donations will be accepted. Anybody that's put these on knows that this event is costing a ton of money, and it's all coming out of our camp. The division is not supporting this whatsoever. Financially, of course, they're giving us a lot of support other ways, but this is financially, this is the Colonel Samuel St. George Rogers Camp 1865 in Ocala, Florida. This is our gig, our deal, and so anything you could do for us, we can help. We would appreciate the help. Let's move on to Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. We start registration. We'll have a table out there in your registration packet. You will have we'll have a lanyard with your name tags on it. You'll have your dinner tickets if you purchased them. You'll have your challenge coins if you purchased them. If you have, by chance, purchased tickets to the prayer breakfast on Sunday morning, they'll be in your packet. We're having a nice program made. That'll be in your registration packet, as well as a goodie bag and some snacks for the day. The registration will be we'll probably set up about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it'll go till 9. And then at 9, the festivities start. At 9 o'clock, we will have a parade of flags. So if you have a camp flag, please bring it. Jerry Peacock and Jeffro are going to be working on the color guard. They're going to get there early to set everything up and walk through it, and we'll figure out how we're going to parade in with the flags. Your guest last week from Texas had a great idea about announcing the camps that are bringing in their flags. We're going to try to make arrangements to do that, but we have to set up Friday. We'll figure that out more as we get closer to that day. At 9 o'clock, the reunion starts. Like all reunions, will be welcoming of the guests and all the people that are going to, the OCR ladies will be in the same room with us. We'll get all of our welcomes. We're actually having also the Lieutenant Commander Chief of SCV, Tony Griffin, will be here for the weekend. He's coming in Friday, and he'll be here through Sunday. We'll have our regular business session. We're going to break about 11:30 or 12, and then the lunch is off campus. So like we did last time in Ocala, you'll go out in the community, get something to eat there. I explained before, and I'll explain now, the reason why we don't have food at the hotel is that we would have to raise the prices for the registration to cover that meal to about $80 or $90. They want an awful lot of money for lunch. And the food wasn't that great last time we ate there anyway for the lunch. So we chose, like last time, to have everybody eat off campus. We'll return about 1:30. The business session will continue and then adjourn about 3:30. And then after that, it's free time, and everybody have a great time. Those that aren't staying or going to the banquet, I'm sure will head home then. But at 6 o'clock, we will return to that room, and it will be all set up while we were gone. The little elves will come in and set everything up, and we will have a banquet. And from 6 to 7, we're going to have a social hour. We'll have some music in the background. We'll have a bartender in the room. There's also the bar outside in the hotel, so people can enjoy themselves, get to know each other, mingle, pick out seats. And then at 7 o'clock, our banquet starts. We're going to have some of the OCR will give their awards at the most of their awards at the banquet, and then also the SCV division will give out some awards at the banquet too. So if you're going to the banquet and you're getting an award, no chances are you're going to get it at the banquet. And we have Pastor John Weaver, the former SCV chaplain in chief, will be our guest speaker. Phenomenal speaker. Talked to him today. He's looking forward to coming. I think everybody's really going to enjoy that. And the banquet will be over about 9 o'clock. Moving on to Sunday morning, excuse me, at 9 o'clock in the same room, we're having a prayer breakfast. We're having one of the pastors from the Rafter Cross Cowboy Church of Williston, Florida, is going to come out. And he's actually got Confederate kin, although he's not a member yet of the SCV, but we're working on that. He's going to give us a nice motivational speech to end our weekend of fellowship and fun, and talk about our heritage and the meaning of what our ancestors did and how God had an impact on all that. So it's going to be a great weekend. We've been planning it. I'm still planning it. I'm still in the middle of stuffing envelopes full of registrations. I think finally I'll get some sleep maybe Monday morning, but we're looking forward to this. We worked hard on this, and we hope that everybody that comes enjoys it and has a great time. And I think that we got that covered. So the only thing to do now is to have fun, ask any questions that you might have about what we're doing, and then we'll go from there.
Thanks, Bob. Yes, there is a couple questions for you.
Sure.
From AOT Councilman Roy Hudson. Is there a restaurant at the hotel?
There is not a restaurant at the hotel that serves any meals other than breakfast normally. So their hotel restaurant is called Arthur's, and they don't serve a lunch or a dinner menu. They're just for the breakfast that you get when you normally stay in the room, and you get a free breakfast with your room. That's what that's for. There are a ton of restaurants though in the area. We're right on 75 at 200 or College Road. So within walking distance, there's probably 4 or 5 restaurants. There's a Mexican restaurant close by. There's a Chinese restaurant close by. You go half a mile up the street, you're going to hit a Texas Roadhouse. There's Bob Evans, which Roy came and talked to us at that Bob Evans. It's close by too. So there's a lot of places to eat, but not in that hotel. That's why we're having food.
Cool. Another question came up for you, Bob, if you can see it.
Is there a PayPal that I can send some cash to? No, we don't have PayPal, but you could do credit cards through our Stripe account. If you're interested in that, I'm more than happy to send you a link where you could donate whatever you'd like to. And if you're not going to be there, then I'd love to send you a link. If you're going to be there, we can just take your info at the time.
Hopefully that answers your question, Derek. Thank you.
Thank you. So one thing I want to hit on real quick, if I can, I know we got time. It took a lot of negotiations, conversations, relationship building to get us back in the Hilton. And so part of that is that they requested, and they made it actually a condition of our rental of the facility, is that they don't want to have the display of our battle flag outside of the banquet room. So I know years ago, some guys ran the the battle flag up the flagpole to Hilton, and they would appreciate if we didn't do that again, and that we just be good stewards of the location, and that we try to keep our relationship going. So if something like that were to happen again this year, or it got out of hand, we would not be able to ever return. So this is one of those things. We've rekindled this relationship. We want it to be a good relationship. They're willing to let us have it in the ballroom and do what we have to and do what we want to, but there's certain limits to our behavior that they're going to take. So we could still probably throw Vic Smith in the pool if we wanted to, but as far as running the battle flag up the flagpole, we need to try to refrain from doing stuff like that. So we worked really hard to get this going. So we want to keep that relationship there in case we ever need it again.
Cool. You pretty much talked about it because I know one question that was asked to me about any type of check-in or registrations be available Friday night.
There might be. We're going to have everything with us. I'm spending the weekend at the hotel. My adjutant, Chip Schultz, and his wife, Laura, who helped out quite a bit on this. And then Laura's also handling the OCR side of the reunion. They're going to be there that weekend. So we should have everything with us on Friday. I don't want to just commit and say, yes, you can, in case something comes up and we don't have it there. But you'll definitely have it on Saturday. We should be able to get you all your registration stuff on Friday. But
cool.
No problem. That's what
how many have you got registered as of today?
Okay, as of today, I have 73 people registered for the SCV Division Reunion. I have sold 93 tickets to the banquet. So
wow,
that also includes, of course, spouses of SCV members, and also some of the OCR ladies bought tickets to it also. Like Donna and Mary McPherson, they bought tickets, of course, and a lot of the other. We sold, I think, because my company also did the registration for the OCR reunion, and I think we got 20 paid registrations through the website, and out of that, I got I think 9 of the 93 banquet tickets were purchased there. So the banquet's going to be full. There's a lot. So that brings up a point. We had to cut off the purchase of banquet tickets last week because we had to let the caterer know a final number, and then we had to pay him for that. So as with any of these, they give you a little bit of wiggle room, and I know that there's some folks that might not be able to make it, but I have probably 4 or 5 tickets left to the banquet. If people want to go to the banquet and they have not purchased tickets yet, reach out to me. I can send you a link to pay for them, or you could talk to me probably even that Saturday. If I don't sell them by Saturday, then of course I'll still have them Saturday. So there'll be a little bit of room for some more folks to come in the banquet. So we will have that part of the facility cordoned off. So we're trying to, because the food is going to be a buffet style, and it's going to be out in the hallway. So we're going to have to go out right outside the doors, get the food, and come back in, because we're going to have a lot of tables in there. So they're going to cordon off that part of the facility so that we won't get people wandering in there grabbing our food that didn't pay for it. So, but yeah, 73 registered so far. We will take registrations at the door. If you come Saturday morning, you want to register, I'm probably going to hand you my tablet and have you fill it out online, just so we don't have to deal with taking credit cards there or checks or filling stuff out by hand. It'll be easier. I'll have a blank name tags so you can fill them out and put them on your lanyard and be part of the group. But we're good with that. The Sunday morning breakfast, that was a late addition to what we were doing. We were waiting for some commitments from some folks to see if they could do that. So that wasn't on the website when we initially went live with that for people to register. So I'd really love for more people that are going to be spending the weekend there to join us on Sunday morning. We'll sell tickets that morning. We had to give them a minimum number, which we haven't met yet. So I'm going to have some tickets to try to sell on Saturday, Friday night, or you could go online and I could have you pay through a link I have. So that it's going to be a great breakfast. To really like to be there, and I think that everybody will enjoy it if they can go.
All right, we got a couple questions that just popped in for you, Bob.
Yes, sir. Is there a seating chart for the banquet? No, we do not have a seating chart for the banquet. We have the head table, of course, is already pre-reserved. We do not have a seating chart. And last time we had an event that had a seating chart, it got all blown up anyway. So we're probably going to have it where find the friends you want to sit with and grab a table. We have more tables than we have sold tickets, so we'll have a little bit of wiggle room on that. But We do not have a seating chart.
Alrighty.
Okay, good question. Will people be setting up booths with things to buy? As I said earlier, the restriction on us about the display of the battle flag, as we got to looking at having vendors, most of the vendors will be selling something that has the battle flag. Now, those vendors cannot be in the big ballroom with us for the reunion or during the banquet. And so we would have to rent a room for them to be in. I remember last time we were at the Hilton in Ocala, they had some in the hallway, and there was a little room off to the side that they rented for those vendors, and there was probably maybe 4 in there. To add that room onto this package would have cost more than I could have gotten back in rental fees from the vendors. And I don't think a vendor is going to want to pay me $300 or $400 to be there for 3 or 4 hours during our reunion, and probably won't recover that in theirs. So business sense was that the return on investment was not good enough for us to rent a room. So we did not. So we were not having any vendors to sell items like in other reunions. We will have a table at the back of the ballroom. The division has requested a space so that they can sell some items, and the funds from those items will go towards the Trenton Building Fund, and also to help them with their Confederate Soldiers Monument. And then we will have a table in that same room in the back of the ballroom. We have some t-shirts, some reunion t-shirts we're going to sell, and that's the extent of vendors. And I know that some people were disappointed about that, and maybe if we hold it again some other year and we do that, then we'll revisit that. But the business decision had to be made that wasn't going to work out. And this is also the first time that we're the first camp that actually has done this since the new bylaws were put in place to have a camp host these. So it's a learning experience for all of us. And I had to trust my business sense on that one and decided not to do it. So a long way to answer the question.
Want to give a shout out to Lieutenant Commander David King. Just joined us, and past Division Commander Kelly Crocker just joined us. Welcome, guys. Delynn Anderson had a question about the breakfast. You might have missed what you were talking about earlier.
Sunday morning, we're having a prayer breakfast, and it's we have a pastor from the Raptor Cross Cowboy Church from Williston is going to come and give us a motivational speech on Sunday morning. The tickets are $45 a piece. We have to pay for food. We got the room. They're going to leave it up for the night, Saturday night, so we'll still have the room on Sunday. But if you'd like tickets to that, I can send you a link. If you want to email me, or I know Delynn has messaged me before on Facebook Messenger. I'm happy to respond to that. But it's going to be it'll be a great breakfast. So if you can buy tickets, yeah.
Cool. Guys, keep the questions flowing. We got Bob. Get your questions and answered right now, because Bob's got to be pulling out the rest of his hair this weekend.
Ain't much left.
Like me.
Ain't much left.
Yep. Well, we got your beard.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought 72 for the or 73 for the registrations is a pretty good number, considering it's an off, not election year. So I think it'll be a good turnout, and
Cool.
we haven't had it anywhere from Trenton for a few years, so people also weren't sure about having it in Ocala, but here we are. It's gonna be a great time.
Yep.
So, and
looking forward
Parker, I gotta thank him, because at the beginning of this thing, I called him up and said, "Hey, what do you think?" And he's like, "Hey, I think it's a great idea. What can I do to help you?" So he's been a wealth of information. I appreciated all his help.
Cool. All right, guys. Keep the questions flowing, or forever hold your peace.
And I know Annette couldn't be on here tonight, but I don't know exactly how many people she has registered. Like I said earlier, I know that 20 have registered through the website, and a couple guests in there. So that should be a good crew. I know that Laura, who's her husband Chip is my adjutant. She's also doing a lot of the planning there. So we've been kind of cross planning because it's in the same place. So they're in a separate room around the corner. I think that's actually part of the room that was going to be for vendors, but we're all going to be in the same space and it should be a good time.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Kim, Kim Colors, are you going to be joining us? Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yes. There's gonna be a parade of flags at the beginning. They're gonna march in behind the color guard. Jerry Peacock and Jeffro Cotton are gonna be coordinating all that. But if you bring your camp flags, we're gonna have a parade, and then bring a stand, and they'll put the stand in the room before the parade, and then we can all march in at the beginning with the camp flags.
Cool.
And then there'll be an opportunity to announce what camps brought their flags. So.
Cool. Oh, thanks, Laura. We were just talking about you.
Close to 30. There you go.
Yep. That's cool. At least you guys won't be packed in like sardines. That's cool.
Yeah, John, the speaker, John Weaver, some of you probably know him. I didn't know, I knew of him, but I haven't heard a lot of his stuff. And I went to the national convention last year in Charleston, and I went to the Heritage Luncheon, and Tim Pilgrim, the Georgia Division commander, was giving a speech, and he was talking about how on their website they have a sermon or a talk, however you want to say it, of John Weaver's on their website, which talks about the battle flag. And so I was driving home, it's a 6-hour drive from Charleston back down here in the Central Florida. And I probably listened to that thing 10 times on the way home. I mean, just incredible. Great speaker. And that prompted me to listen to a bunch more of his sermons that he has. They're available online. You can download them or listen to them on streaming. And just an excellent speaker. Excellent speaker. I'm really looking forward to hearing him in person. So if you want to look him up before then, Pastor John Weaver. He's got a church in Florida and also one in Georgia, just on either side of the line. So
okay,
he's a busy guy. He can't do the prayer breakfast on Sunday morning for us. We were trying for that, but he's got to get back to his church Sunday morning. So he can't be our prayer breakfast guy. So we had to find another one. So. Is that Ms. Donna?
Yep, Ms. Donna checking in.
All right. Donna, I'm picking up headstones on Friday from David, just so you know.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
He's gonna have them in the back of his truck for you.
He is. Got 3 of them coming, and I'm sure there's more behind that.
Yep. He has one for me. I just have to get Miss Donna. I have to get with you to schedule a day where I can go up to David's and grab it, or him or Jeffro can bring it down to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when it gets cooler out.
Yeah. Yeah, we took a little bit of time out of planning this, and on the 23rd of May, me and Chip and our treasurer, Manny Herrera, went out on a Friday and put a couple in real quick. We didn't want to get too far backlogged.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Glover. That's cool.
Sweet. Awesome.
For some of you that just joined the chat, I'm trying something new with StreamYard. As you see on the screen underneath Bob, your comments are are coming up on the screen. Yeah, to your left, Bob.
Oh,
But they're live. As you make them, it's showing them live. I'm trying that out because some of the feedback I got from quite a bit of you is you're not able to see the small font. So I'm trying something out. Let me know this weekend at reunion how your thoughts about it is. If you enjoy it, I'll keep it going for all the future shows.
hey, and
Hey,
on another topic, I went on, what day was that? Went down to Lake Okeechobee for the brand new camp down there, the chartering ceremony. Sean and I went down there. Roy Hudson was there, a bunch of good folks from that area, and was really honored to be there for the chartering of a brand new camp in the division. So that was a lot of fun. Had a good time.
yeah, Donna, we'll talk about it this weekend. See, we see we talk about installing headstones live. So
Yeah.
we love honoring our ancestors and making sure they have a marker on where they're buried at.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Yes, Roy. That's the new camp name.
Yep. William Rollerson.
Yep. I don't know if any of their members are in the chat. I haven't seen any of them say hi yet, but looking forward to get things out of that camp.
Yeah, I talked to Brad a little bit that night. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he had a prior speaking engagement on Saturday, the day of the reunion, that he had planned months and months and months ago before he ever took the role of commander. So he unfortunately will not be with us, but he said he'll make whatever he can after that. So a very good guy. Good guy.
Yep. Yeah, some people gave him the nickname of the cowboy poet. He's a poet, artist, a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, I've seen some of his paintings. They're good. Anything, guys, you can think about, feel free to ask. Good point. Good point, Mark. Yep. And if you're in Southwest Florida, Naples area, please hit me up and I'll get you started on the Guardian program. I got a camp member and a son that helped me out a few weeks ago on the Confederate soldier Collier that's buried in Marco Island.
And the Historical Cemetery Preservation of North Florida bought a full-page ad in the program, which helped out quite a bit. So that was good. We also had 54 ancestor memorials. So we have 3 pages of ancestor memorials in our program this year.
Wow. I took an ad out.
And Sean took an ad out. Yep. My company took an ad out. So
that's awesome.
The program will be very nice. I think it's 12 pages.
Like you predicted it to be this thick?
Yeah, I don't know.
This thick.
I hope I hope it's like that if I have to pay for it. So
That's cool.
We designed it very well.
Yep.
And we'll also have extra challenge coins. So if you didn't purchase a challenge coin, you'll be able to buy them at the reunion. The pictures don't do them justice. These things are awesome. These are just awesome coins.
If they're as good as the ones you did for the Lee Jackson dinner, yeah.
Yeah, these are better than that. These are nice. Yeah, so these are some of the nicest challenge coins I've seen in a long time.
You don't happen to have one handy, do you?
No, but if you give me like 2 seconds, I'll run out and get one.
Okay.
All right. I'll be back.
to stir up the population and people to think about purchasing them. So, yeah, we got a lot of good things going on this weekend. We got a lot of great things this month. Yeah, we have the division reunion this weekend. I believe it's in 2 weeks. Is the Sons of Confederate Veteran Mechanized Cavalry Annual. Will be in Traverse, Florida. All the mechanized cavalry guys throughout the country will be conversion on Traverse, Florida. Oh boy, Yankee Bob, get ready.
Yankee Bob will be at the reunion.
That's cool.
Let's see if I can. I'm sure it's not going to want to focus.
Yeah, pull it back a little bit. There you go. Can't see the small font, but
yeah, it's got the 55 because it's the 55th annual. It's got the state of Florida with the flag in it, the big star where Ocala should be, and it says the 55th annual Florida Division Reunion, and then the date, and then the back has our camp name and the iron. There you go.
Iron Cross of Honor.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's a nice looking, and again, this camera isn't doing it justice, but these things, the front of it's just beautiful. So we'll have those available. If you didn't purchase it and you see it and you want one, we'll have some.
You also said T-shirts as well, right?
Yes, we ordered some T-shirts that have the 55. We're calling it the 55 logo, which is the circular front of that coin. That'll be in big on the back and then small on the front pocket. They'll be gray,
okay.
And we'll have those for sale there.
Cool. Well, speaking of reunions, guys, girls, if you got the email for the national reunion in Texas, it was just sent out over the telegraph within, I'd say, a few days. There's a link on there to pre-order your T-shirts for the national reunion. Not trying to steal Bob's thunder, but I definitely wanted to get that out there.
Nope, steal away.
Yeah, I got enough thunder. I do this every Wednesday. And guys, if you stay tuned to Look Around Florida, Friday, I'm going to try to go live at various different places. On my road to Division Reunion, I'm going to stop by Gamble's Mansion, which is just right up the road from me anyhow, and go by the flag site in Tampa to give you an update on what the David King's camp has been doing with the flag site and some of the repairs that have been made since we did the big cleanup after the hurricane. If you were wondering.
You know, one of the headstones that we're picking up from the David's bringing up on Saturday or Friday is the Fraser John Sheckett, which is the one that we were at. You were at that one, Sean, in Sumter County, where they had to move the bodies because they were widening the roadway. So they moved him and his wife to a cemetery nearby, and Donna got the headstone for that. So It didn't come in time for the placement. The mortuary, the county paid for a funeral director to come out and a mortuary to reinter their remains, and we didn't have the headstone by the time they needed to do that. But we have it now, so I'm sure that Joyce is going to want to have us go out there and do a little ceremony after we put it in. So.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get that email. That way I can get email or flyer in the mail. That way I can get it out to everybody that's currently watching. So you know when Bob Highball and Joyce White plans that out. So Other
So
than the
then,
division, other than the division reunion, is there anything else going on in your camp or brigade?
let's see. We got Jerry Peacock's camp in Oxford, the General John C. Breckinridge Camp 1786 in Oxford. They're a pretty active camp. Their commander and adjutant will be at the reunion. I don't think they've gone in years past, but they're coming this year. Um, there are about 22 people in that camp, so I call it a sleeper because you really don't know that they're there, but when you get there, they're like, wow, these guys like came out of nowhere. So they take care of the Pine Level Cemetery there in Sumter County in Oxford, and they're a good group of guys that are out there working every month. They're doing a work day to keep that cemetery going. They have a good Confederate Memorial Day service every year, and Lee Jackson with the local UDC chapters that Joyce runs. They've been doing that every year, so a good group. Vic's camp, I think they have a meeting on the 10th coming up after the reunion, so it'll be good to see them again. I missed their April meeting. And then the 7:30 camp in Ocala, they're plugging along. They're still doing some good stuff. We've been partnering them on a few things, and they're going to try to help out a little bit this weekend. So besides that, just the headstones that we're picking up and that Donna sending us more. So that's going to keep us busy.
Thank you, Captain King.
There you go.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, Captain King. I will not be at that event. I'll be at the 4th of July parade in Everglades City. We got asked to be there by the city. We're going to have cannon, depending on how many people are committed. We will be, the parade is literally one block. So it's always a fun time down there in Everglades City for that weekend. Alrighty. Oh, a note from our division adjutant. I almost forgot. It just dawned on me. Camp reports. Please start getting them in or do what I'm doing. I'll be working on mine here in a little bit, and I'm bringing it to division reunion and handing it to Rick Roberts.
Wow. Look at you all on top of this.
Between that and dues, I like to get stuff done and over with. You know, that way I can enjoy the weekend and not think about it.
Yeah.
Especially this weekend, it's going to be a blast taking over Ocala.
Yep, it'll be fun. I hope you all have a good time.
I'm looking forward to it. What about everybody else in the chat? Come on, give Bob some love, guys.
I need love.
I think the Beatles wrote a song about it. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. The camp flag presentation with Jerry and Jeffro. So it's going to be definitely. Well, Ronnie, I do. I can't speak for Bob, but I was myself. I'm stopping off at Gamble's Mansion in the morning. I'm going to go live there. I'm going to call Gail Jesse to see if she's available. I'll shoot her an email here in a little bit to do a guided tour with her instead of the park ranger there. Then I'll be hitting up the Tampa flag site, doing a live there to give some updates.
I'm going to be there about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep. I'll be rolling in about noon.
Yeah, I'll be there about 1, and I'll be there all weekend. So.
But yeah, Bob's not going home. We're going to hog tie him. And Chip, does that mean you're going to be there at 4?
Chip's going to be there about the time I get there.
So about 1?
Yeah.
Get everything set up and a little calm before the storm a little bit.
I just saw that, Derek. Thank you, Derek Glover. Appreciate that.
And that's Derek Glover from the Tennessee division.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Thank you, buddy. Roy Hudson said him and Linda are going to be rolling in about 3, give or take.
Nice.
Yeah.
Of course, the bar will be open, but the reception starts at 7. So,
yeah, Laura, I kind of figured that he was going to be there about 1.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see you and Chip. Mark, thank you for that compliment. I'm sure Bob appreciates it.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Really do. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Well, that's what happens, Chip. When you got a faithful soul right with you, sometimes we get outvoted.
Yeah. Well, we all know who's the power behind Chip. So.
Yep, it's Dip.
Yep. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy it, and I hope I do you all right by this weekend. So it's something that we wanted to do the last couple of years. We thought about it. We like Trenton. We appreciate the fact that it's the SCV division owns that building. We've offered to go over there and help Clement a lot of times work on stuff because we have a bunch of trades guys in our camp. But we just thought that let's try it. Let's see if we could do it. And it took the breakthrough of the relationship with the Hilton for us to finally say yes, we can do this. So It's been a lot of work, and we hope to have a good time.
Bob, you were saying something about the battle flag. What if our members are walking around with our vest or shirts on? Will that be okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
They just don't want to have us, running it up the main flagpole. They don't want us hanging it out of our hotel room windows and that kind of stuff. So, we'll
so in other words,
if we're wearing clothes that have it on it, that's fine. We just, the flag itself, by itself, hanging out in the lobbies, they would appreciate it if we just had it in the rooms.
Okay, so in other words, we all need to act like Southern gentlemen and ladies. Got it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'll tie anybody that's acting goofy. Got it.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. It'll be fun. It's a lot of work, but man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry that you can't make it Saturday night. I'll be looking forward to seeing you Friday night, Vic. Rope. I'm bringing chains.
Yeah, reach out if you want to buy tickets to the prayer breakfast. If you're still interested in tickets to the banquet, I've got a couple of those, like I said. I could send you a link to do the prayer breakfast, or we could do it that morning that you register or sometime during that day. But we'd really like to have some more folks going to that prayer breakfast.
Cool.
The guy's a good dude. Ben Fant's a really good guy. So.
And it sounds like a good relationship with the hotel so far.
Yeah, it's been really good, and a lot of that is thanks to Laura and Chip. They've done a lot of the legwork there. It's a labor of love. I think I talk to Laura probably more than I do my wife right now.
Jerry, sorry you came in late. Bob touched up on the color guard and the camp flags. What time do you get the people that are doing color guard and camp flags? What time do they need to meet at the banquet room?
I think Jeffro put out something that on the Facebook page says if you want to be in the color guard, get there an hour early. But 8 o'clock, I would suggest probably maybe like 7:30, because people are going to
Okay.
start showing up at 8 to register. So if you bring in your camp flag, we'll start the parade of flags at 9 o'clock when we start the session. So as long as you get there anytime before that with your flag, and you want to put your stand in the room beforehand.
Right. Hey, let me get this out there for you guys that have not registered yet. You guys are waiting to the last minute. Get your registrations in now. It's going to be easier process for Bob and his camp. If you do the registration now versus Saturday. Like Bob said, he's going to have a tablet there so you can be able to register the day of the event.
Right. It'll be a lot easier than trying to mail it. I mean, if you were to mail it tomorrow, I'm not going to get it in time anyway. So if you're going to register and you're waiting till the last minute, either do it online. You can do it online up until that point. And then if you come in the morning and say that you want to register, that you haven't done that yet, I'm going to hand you a tablet and have you fill it out online anyway. So just because it's easier for everybody involved, we don't have to deal with checks, we don't have to deal with cash, we don't have to deal with taking credit cards right then and there. You can do it all right there on the tablet.
Are you able to print something? For the people that are not technology savvy?
Right.
I know you said you're going to get them on the tablet and that. Are you going to be able to print out a receipt for them there?
I can email them a receipt, yes.
Okay.
I can have it emailed. And if they don't want to do the tablet, I'll have a couple, I'll have some forms there where they could fill it out. It would just be so much easier and so much faster for everybody trying to register if we did that all online.
Got it.
Because when you come to the registration desk, you're going to give me your name and I'm going to give you your packet. And that should go pretty quick. So, I don't think that I think we all would appreciate not having to wait in a line a long time while somebody's filling out a registration form or something. So if we can do it online, it's easier.
Now, there's probably be a question more for Rick Roberts and Calvin. The awards that the camps have put in, the paper awards, would that be in with the package for the camp commanders? Or is that something we have to go up to Rick and get?
It'll be from Rick. None of that will be in the registration packets.
Okay.
Registration. So.
I just thought it's a question that was asked earlier week, and I almost forgot about it.
Right. No worries. So, and for those that joined later, the division will be giving. They're going to have awards at the banquet also. So if you by chance are getting an award, I mean, not like we know if we're getting awards, but if you're getting an award and you're going to the banquet, you'll probably get it at the banquet instead of at the business session. They're going to give out the awards in the business session for only those people that have not bought tickets to the banquet. So we want to make the banquet a nice award ceremony type thing. So if you think you're getting an award and you haven't bought a banquet ticket, then please buy a banquet ticket. So.
Yep.
It's going to be a big banquet. 95 people.
Yeah, the banquet's got to be a blast. I put my dress kilt and stuff all ready together. Looking forward to it.
All righty then. All righty.
Yep. Got to honor my Scottish heritage along with my Southern heritage.
Yeah. I have Scottish heritage too, but I've seen better legs on a table. You don't want to see my legs.
They're usually covered up with boots or socks. All righty. Before this is the last call. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Linda. I just seen it.
Okay.
Laura, if you're still here, question came up regarding to you. What time is the OCR registration open?
I don't know if Laura's answering. I would say that it would be at 8 o'clock like ours, because I think we're gonna have a table right next to each other. So that would be my guess, but I'll have Laura reach out if she's not here still.
Yep. Thanks, Laura. Linda, it's 8 a.m.
There you go.
There you go.
She's on it.
OCR ladies, it's 8 a.m. for OCR stuff. So let's get ready. All right, do the last call. Feel free to ask questions or forever hold your peace till this weekend. And be kind, and let's tip the camp that's putting on this event for us this weekend.
Appreciate y'all.
Ready. Guys, I really don't have much planned for the month of June yet. I've already heard from Michael Hardy. He'll be coming on this month. And we're going to be talking about his book, Feeding the Army of Northern Virginia. And if you know that history, Florida did have a big part in that when it comes to beef and salt. So keep that in mind. That'll be later this month. So if you have anything going on with your SCV, OCR, or UDC chapter, you want to get the word out, feel free to message me and I'll get you on the show. Until this weekend, stay Southern, stay out of trouble, and may God bless you in your ventures till this weekend. And if you're feeling down and out, please check out Psalms 23. That's right. Everybody, please type in. Let's give a shout out to Bob Highball and his camp for doing an awesome job planning this event for all of us, SCV and OCR, this weekend. I'll give it a couple minutes so you guys can type your comments.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure.
All righty. And Mr. Glover, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule in Tennessee for joining us tonight.
Yes, sir.
Garrett, I'll see you this weekend as well. So till Friday night, guys, stay out of trouble and have a good night.
My name is Nelson W. Winbush. I'm a member of the Jacob Sumner Camp 1516, Sons of Confederate Veterans. My reason for joining the Sons of Confederate Veterans after the NAACP declared they would destroy and remove everything Confederate in 1990, I decided that I would do all I could to make sure that people understood what the Confederacy stood for.